Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing quote-unquote sponsored work permits. This has been a topic in a number of videos I've done. And the notion that, I've heard it said, if you want to live freely in Thailand, use a sponsored work permit. Well, let's go ahead and define freely. If you're using a sponsored work permit, which in my opinion is fraudulent, it's immigration fraud, because this notion of a sponsored work permit is basically where a company that really doesn't have anything to do with you basically just gets you a work permit under their corporate umbrella, but you're just sort of operating out on your own, or you may just sort of be paying for it, just buying it essentially, or renting it, as they say. We have seen direct problems with sponsored work permits. It is immigration fraud, it is labor fraud, but another thing that I don't think people quite understand is they say, well, if I don't get caught, not everybody gets caught, I can just sort of live freely in Thailand. Well, in point of fact, issues associated with your corporate sponsor can have tremendous implications on your day-to-day life. For example, if you need to deal with your taxes, well, your corporate sponsor needs to provide that documentation so you can keep your personal taxes in order. How willing are they to do that? And are they going to charge you an arm and a leg to go ahead and just provide basic documentation? Meanwhile, where you may be trying to get things like a Thai driving license, other documentation that, gives you more ease of living, convenience of living in Thailand, look, that's very much, that's contingent upon things like your work permit and certain documents associated with your work permit. So here again, you're at the behest, you're sort of beholden to your quote-unquote sponsor. How free is that? In my opinion, not very. Not to say nothing of the Immigration and Labor Department fraud, implications. You're sort of beholden to somebody else for all of your documentation. Now, compare this to, in my opinion, a far superior method, which is just maintaining, if you're looking to do business in Thailand, maintain a small business, maintain one's own company, and go ahead and use that as a vehicle for maintenance of a work permit and visa. And you have control of your own documents because it's your company. You have, presumably, if you're a director of your own company, you can access those documents as and when it's necessary. So again, sponsored work permits are problematic for a number of different reasons, but just as a practical matter, the notion that there's a lot of freedom associated with these documents, I think that notion's rather dubious at best.